My name is Anne Chelagat. I'm the Manager Consumer Education in the Consumer Education Department under the Market Conduct Directorate. My work involves coordinating the development of consumer education policies and strategies, which is aimed at promoting the development of the insurance industry. We have in place a consumer education strategy, and that guides us in the development of programs and outreach activities aimed at educating potential consumers and existing consumers and the general public on the need and benefits of insurance. We also educate policyholders on their obligations under the contracts, as well as understanding the policy terms within their contracts. We also come up with IC materials, which aids us in conducting consumer education programs. When I talk about IC materials, the information, educational and communication materials, we use this both during the focus trainings as well as outreach activities, so that consumers and potential consumers, as well as the general public, they're left behind with brochures which they can refer to in case they need any products or want to understand certain aspects of insurance. We also do come up with concepts and develop infomercials. These are used on TV and radio, and when we talk about radio, we normally go on local radio stations for the people in the mashinani to understand about insurance in the local language. So our aim is to do consumer education for the whole public and to be all inclusive. We serve our customers in two places, that is within the authority and out of the authority. Within the authority, we serve them when they call us or they come and visit us and want to inquire on the issues of insurance, whether it is a clarification on maybe the terms of an insurance policy, whether it is on complaints, whether it is on the terms of their policy contract, then we are able to serve them within the authority. Outside the authority, we serve them in different ways. We serve them in terms of when we have our focused group trainings, then we are able to narrow down on the targeted groups and give them insurance information, which helps them in their day-to-day activities or making choices in the kind of insurance products or services that they take up. We also serve them in the public when we go out. Maybe it is in the town hall engagements or during our mobile clinics or our road shows. We are able to serve the policyholders. When we meet them, they need clarification in terms of insurance. They need to understand which products are out there to suit their needs, or they have a complaint. Then we are able to interact with them during those activities. It is very important for IRA to educate members of the public about insurance because, number one, for a long time, insurance has not been understood, and it is necessary to create awareness so that they understand the need and benefits of insurance, and also how to use insurance as a risk management tool. Instead of using traditional forms of risk management, they can then opt to use insurance as a form of risk management. Number two, normally policyholders, it has been said that sometimes they take insurance from a point of view of having maybe not enough information on the kind of products that they're taking or on the kind of services that they're taking. So it's just important to educate the policyholders so that they're able to understand what kind of contracts that they have in place, to understand the terms and conditions of those contracts. So that is the reason why we do it. And also all the consumer education activities that we do is aimed at the consumers taking up insurance, and maybe ultimately it would contribute to the increase in the insurance penetration, which is actually very low. you'll find that consumers take up insurance having very little knowledge about what they're taking. So when they take up whatever insurance that they take up, midstream, they find out that they did not take insurance which is suited to their need or the risk that they want to cover. So that is one of the issues. The other second issue is that when they take up insurance, they do not get their policy document, or if they get their policy document, then they do not trace their policy document. So then they're not able to understand the risk that is covered, the extent of coverage that they have, the terms and policies in that, the terms and conditions in that contract, as well as the exclusions which are in that contract. And more so, they do not even understand when they have a claim what documents they're supposed to submit and what are the timelines for submitting those documents. Therefore, there is a lot of misunderstanding that the policy holders have. And I would just urge that before they actually take up the policies, they should be able to get as much information as they can, and also to get their policy document so they understand the kind of cover that they have taken. Tip number 1 is, if you want to buy insurance, you identify your risks and you identify your needs. Once you do that, you prioritize, because you cannot have insurance for everything, because insurance costs money. So that's why I'm saying that you need to prioritize. What are your biggest risks? What are your biggest needs? Prioritize. After that, you go and have a talk with your insurance company, an insurance broker or an insurance agent. Tell them what your risks are and what your needs are. They'll be able to identify for you the products which are out there in the market which can cover those risks and needs. Once that is done, then you match your needs to the products which are available. And once you have identified those products, then you make sure that when you're filling out the proposal form, you do it yourself and you sign that proposal form to ensure that you have the product that you wanted to have in place. Once you do that, you have the obligations to pay your premium so that the contract can run. And once you pay the premium, you have to ensure that your insurance company, your broker or agent then provides for you the policy document, which is very important, so that you're able to go through it to see whatever product or cover that you wanted is actually the one you got, and you're able to then understand what is covered, what is not covered, and what are the terms and conditions and your obligations under that contract.